My chosen one, you feel stuck, wondering if your life still has meaning. Give me your attention now, and I will place a divine blueprint in your hands to help you uncover the purpose I planted inside you. Stay close, and you will begin to find your true north. My child, I see you. I see the tiredness behind your eyes. I see the way you keep moving through life, even when something inside you feels silent. You wake up. You do what needs to be done. You answer people. You handle responsibilities. You smile when you have to smile. And from the outside, it may look like you are doing fine. But deep inside, there is an ache, a quiet ache, a feeling you cannot easily explain, because your life may not look broken, but your soul feels unfinished. You have whispered in your heart, "Is this really all there is?" You have wondered why you feel so stuck, why life feels so repetitive, why the days keep passing, but your heart still feels like it is waiting for something you cannot name. And my child, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not ungrateful, you are not selfish, you are not wrong for wanting your life to have meaning. There is a difference between complaining about your life and sensing that I created you for more. There is a difference between being dissatisfied and being awakened. The ache you feel is not always a sign that something is wrong with you. Sometimes it is a sign that something inside you is waking up. You have called yourself stuck. You have called yourself average. You have looked at your life and thought, I should be further by now. I should have done more by now. I should know my purpose by now. But I do not measure your life the way the world measures it. The world looks at speed. I look at surrender. The world looks at status. I look at formation. The world asks, what have you achieved? I ask, who are you becoming? And my child, you have been becoming, even in the seasons that looked empty, even in the seasons that felt slow, even in the seasons where no one clapped for you, no one noticed you, and no one understood what it cost you just to keep going. You thought you were only surviving, but I was strengthening you. You thought you were only waiting, but I was preparing you. You thought you were being overlooked, but I was protecting what was still being formed. A seed does not look successful when it is buried. It looks forgotten. It looks hidden. It looks small. But beneath the soil, life is moving. Roots are forming. Strength is growing. A tree is learning how to stand before anyone ever sees it rise. And that is what has been happening in you. You have been hidden but not rejected. You have been delayed but not denied. You have been buried but not abandoned. There is a difference. You have watched other people step into their callings. You have watched them move forward. You have watched them receive opportunities, relationships, breakthroughs, and open doors. And while you tried to be happy for them, a quiet question rose inside your heart. When will it be my turn? You did not always say it out loud. You were afraid people would misunderstand you. You were afraid they would call you jealous, or weak, or ungrateful. So you buried the question. You carried it silently. But I heard it. I heard the question behind your smile. I saw the pain behind your patience. I saw the tears you held back while celebrating someone else. And I am not angry with you for feeling tired. I am not disappointed in you because you feel lost. I am not ashamed of you because you have not figured everything out yet. I am your father, and a father does not throw away a tired child. A father comes close. A father lifts the chin. A father says, "Look at me. You are not finished. So look at me now, not at your age, not at your mistakes, not at your timeline, not at what other people are doing, not at the version of life you thought you would have by now. Look at me. You are not behind in my hands. You are not too late from my plan. You are not too ordinary from my purpose. The feeling of being average has lied to you. It told you that because you are not famous, you are not valuable. It told you that because your life does not look impressive, your life does not matter. It told you that because you are still healing, you cannot help anyone. It told you that because you failed before, you are disqualified now. But I do not speak that way. I do not define you by your lowest moment. I do not call you by what broke you. I do not reduce your future to the opinions of people who could not see your heart. I call you chosen. I call you beloved. I call you mine. Before anyone misunderstood you, I knew you. Before anyone misunderstood you, I knew you. Before anyone rejected you, I claimed you. Before anyone overlooked your gift, I placed it within you. You are not an accident. You are not random. You are not just drifting through this world without design. There is a divine blueprint inside you. There are gifts you have dismissed because they came naturally. There are burdens you carry because your heart was designed to heal something. There are tears you cry that will one day become language for someone else's healing. There are lessons you learned in pain that will one day become wisdom for someone else's freedom. But first, I need you to stop calling this season meaningless. You may feel stuck, but you are not useless. You may feel hidden, but you are not empty. You may feel tired, but you are not finished. Something is moving inside you. Something is being stirred. Something in you can no longer live on autopilot. That is why you feel uncomfortable. Not because I have left you, but because I am calling you deeper. The life you settled for cannot carry the purpose I placed in you. The small version of you, the one that learned to stay quiet, stay safe, and expect less, is being awakened by my voice. I am calling you out of survival. I am calling you out of numbness. I am calling you out of the belief that your best days are behind you. They are not. You may have lost time, but you have not lost me. You may have made mistakes, but you have not missed my mercy. You may have wandered, but I still know how to lead you home. Feeling lost is not the same as being lost. A sheep may not know the way back, but the shepherd does. A child may not understand the road, but the Father does. A heart may feel confused, but my Spirit still knows the path. You have been asking for a sign, but sometimes the sign is not thunder. Sometimes the sign is the ache that will not leave, the longing that keeps rising, the quiet sense that says, I was made for something more. That longing is not your enemy. It is an invitation. It is me, gently disturbing what you settled for, so I can lead you into what I created you for. So do not curse the discomfort. Do not numb it. Do not bury it under busyness. Bring it to me. Bring me the disappointment. Bring me the confusion. Bring me the fear that you wasted too much time. Bring me the grief of who you thought you would become. I can handle all of it, and I can redeem all of it. You are not hearing this message by accident. This is not chance. This is not coincidence. I am not only comforting your pain, I am awakening your purpose. Before I show you the blueprint, before I place language around what has been stirring in your soul, I need you to understand this. The ache is not proof that your life has failed. The ache is proof that your spirit still remembers. There is more meaning, more clarity, more healing, more courage, more life. Not a life built on performance, not a life spent chasing applause, but a life where your soul finally says, this is why I am here. So breathe, release the shame, release the pressure to have everything figured out right now. I am not asking you to solve your whole life in one moment. I am asking you to stop running from the ache, because the ache you have been trying to silence may be the doorway I am using to lead you back to your true self. And in the next moment, I am going to ask you something simple, but it may open a place in your heart you have kept locked for years, because sometimes Before purpose can be discovered, a buried dream must be remembered. My child, pause here. Do not rush past this moment. Do not let your mind wander. Do not hide behind the usual answer. I am going to ask you something, and I want you to let the question reach the place you have been protecting. What is the one dream you quietly buried because the world told you it was too late? Think about it. Not the dream you say out loud, not the safe answer, not the small version you created so people would not laugh. I am asking about the real one, the one that still visits you in quiet moments, the one you pushed away because life became heavy, the one you stopped talking about because someone made you feel foolish for believing, the one you told yourself you were too old for, too broken for, too delayed for, too ordinary for. Maybe you buried the dream of creating something, writing something, building something, helping people, teaching, speaking, starting again, loving again, loving again, serving in a way that feels deeply connected to who you are. Maybe you buried the dream of becoming the person you once saw so clearly in your spirit before disappointment taught you to lower your expectations. And my child, I want you to understand something. A dream can be buried and still be alive. A seed can be covered and still be carrying a future. You may have stopped mentioning it, but I did not forget it. You may have stopped planning for it, but I did not stop preparing you. You may have called it impossible, but I never called it dead. So sit with the question, what dream did you bury? What calling did you silence? What part of you did you hide because it hurt too much to hope again? Do not be afraid of the answer. I am not asking to shame you. I am asking to awaken you, because sometimes the dream you buried is connected to the purpose I never removed. My child, listen carefully. There are parts of your past you wish you could erase. There are memories you do not like to revisit. There are words spoken over you that still echo in quiet moments. There are doors that closed and you never fully understood why. There are people who left, and when they walked away, it felt like they took a piece of your confidence with them. You have looked back and wondered, was all of that just pain? Was all of that just loss? Was all of that just loss? Was all of that just wasted time? But I am telling you now, your past is not wasted. Not in my hands. Not under my grace. Not when you allow me to touch the places you have been hiding. What broke your heart did not break my plan. What delayed you did not defeat my purpose. What wounded you did not disqualify you. I do not waste tears. I do not waste waiting. I do not waste rejection. I do not waste the years you thought were going nowhere. Even the season you thought was only survival was teaching you something. It taught you endurance. It taught you discernment. It taught you what matters. It taught you who could not go with you. It taught you the difference between attention and love. It taught you the difference between pressure and calling. You did not know it at the time, but you were being trained, not in a classroom, not on a stage, not where people could see your progress. You were being trained in silence. You were being trained in the waiting. You were being trained in the valley. You were being trained in moments when you had to choose faith without seeing proof that anything was changing. And I saw every choice. I saw when you kept praying, even while your heart was tired. I saw when you forgave, even though the memories still hurt. I saw when you got up again, even though you did not feel strong. I saw when you kept your heart soft in a world that gave you many reasons to become hard. Do not underestimate that. A soft heart after deep pain is not weakness. It is evidence of my hand on you. The world teaches people to become cold after disappointment. But I've been teaching you how to remain tender without becoming naive, how to remain loving without losing wisdom, how to remain hopeful without denying what happened. That is formation. That is preparation. That is training you thought the pain only took from you, but I have been using it to reveal what cannot be taken: your compassion, your sensitivity, your ability to notice the hurting, your ability to hear what people are not saying, your ability to stand beside someone in pain because you know what it feels like to be alone in yours. There is a kind of wisdom that does not come from applause. There is a kind of strength that is born only in the fire. And, my child, you have been through fire, but you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still listening. You are still reaching for me. That means the fire did not consume you, it refined you. You may still carry scars, but scars are not proof that you failed. Scars are proof that you survived something that tried to end you. And in my hands, even scars can become testimony, not because I wanted you harmed, not because I caused every wound, but because there is no wound so deep that my redemption cannot reach it. There is no chapter so broken that I cannot write purpose through it. You may have gone through rejection, and now you notice people who feel unseen. You may have gone through betrayal, and now you understand the value of loyalty. You may have gone through failure, and now you can guide someone else without judging them. You may have gone through loneliness, and now you know how powerful presence can be. You may have gone through silence, and now you recognize my voice more clearly. Can you see it? I was not absent. I was working beneath the pain. I was teaching you how to see. I was teaching you how to listen. I was teaching you how to carry what others cannot carry. Because purpose is not only about what you do, purpose is also about who you become while you are being prepared to do it. Many people want the platform, but they do not want the process. Many people want influence, but they do not want integrity. Many people want a calling, but they do not want the crushing that teaches compassion. But you, my child, you have walked through things that made you deeper. You have cried tears that made you more honest. You have lost things that made you more dependent on me. You have waited through seasons that taught you patience, even when patience felt painful. And now you are beginning to understand, maybe the past was not just a place of loss. Maybe it was a place of instruction. Maybe the wound was not your identity. Maybe it was the classroom. Maybe the delay was not denial. Maybe it was development. Maybe the closed door was not punishment. Maybe it was protection. I know it still hurts. I will not ask you to pretend that it does not. Healing is not denial. Faith is not pretending. Trust is not acting like the pain never happened. Bring me the truth. Bring me the memories. Bring me the grief you buried, because everyone expected you to be fine. I do not heal what you keep hiding. I heal what you place in my hands. And when you place your past in my hands, I do not just cover it, I transform it. I take the broken pieces and I begin to show you the pattern. I take the tears and I begin to show you the tenderness. I take the rejection and I begin to show you the redirection. I take the wilderness and I begin to show you the wisdom. Nothing is wasted. Not the nights you cried, not the years you waited, not the prayers you whispered, not the lessons you learned the hard way, not the version of you who did the best they could with the strength they had at the time. Be gentle with that version of yourself. That version survived. That version kept going. That version carried you until you could hear me again. Do not shame the old you for not knowing what the healed you is learning now. Grace is not only for your future, grace is also for your past. So stop using your past as evidence against your purpose. Stop saying, I cannot be used because I went through that. Stop saying, I am too damaged. Stop saying I lost too much time. Stop saying I should have known better. My child, I knew your whole story before I called you. I knew the wounds. I knew the detours. I knew the mistakes. And still, I placed purpose inside you. Because my calling was never based on your perfection. It was based on my intention. I am not looking for a flawless vessel. I am looking for a surrendered one. So give me the past, not the polished version. Not the version you can explain neatly. Give me the messy places, the painful places, the places you still do not understand. Give me what you thought disqualified you, and watch how I begin to reveal what it trained you for. Because the thing you survived may become the place where you serve. The pain you carried may become the language you use to comfort someone else. The valley you walked through may become the road map for another soul trying to find their way out. Your past is not wasted. Your pain is not pointless. Your delay is not empty. And your story, even the parts you wanted to hide, can still become wholly in my hands. My child, pause again, because what I am about to say may change the way you see your entire story. The season you hated may be holding the clue. The pain you tried to forget may be pointing toward the people you are called to help. The wound you thought disqualified you may be connected to the wisdom I will use through you. Here's the twist. Your deepest, most painful season is actually the map to your greatest, most powerful purpose. Not because pain is good, not because I enjoy watching you suffer, not because what happened to you was right, but because I am so sovereign, so merciful, so deeply able to redeem that even what was meant to break you can become part of what I use to build you. Look closely at what burdened your heart. What injustice made you cry? What kind of person do you notice first in the room? Who do you hate to protect? Who do you understand without them needing to explain? What pain in others makes something inside you rise up and say, no one should have to feel that alone? There, my child, look there. Purpose often hides near compassion. Calling often grows near the place where your heart was once broken. The thing you cannot ignore may be the thing I designed you to address. The people you ache for may be the people you were assigned to serve. The pain that taught you may become the language that helps others heal. You thought your story was only a scar, but I am showing you it may also be a signpost. A scar says, I was wounded. But a redeemed scar says, I survived, and now I can help someone else survive too. Do not run from that place anymore. Do not worship the pain, but do not waste the lesson. Do not build your identity around what happened, but do not ignore what it revealed, because I can take the darkest chapter and turn it into direction. I can take the valley and turn it into vision. I can take the tears and turn them into tenderness. And I can take the thing you once thought ended you and use it to show you why you are still here. My child, now I want to speak to the part of you that has been chasing success but still feels empty. You thought that if you could just reach the next level, you would finally feel peaceful. If you could get the recognition, you would finally feel enough. If you could make more money, fix your appearance, build the relationship, earn the title, prove yourself to the people who doubted you, then maybe the ache would go away. But the ache did not leave. Because success can decorate your life without satisfying your soul. Success can make you look impressive to others, while your heart still whispers, is this really why I am here? The world taught you to measure your worth by what you achieve. It taught you to compare, to perform, to produce, to prove. It told you that your value increases when people notice you. It told you that your life matters only when it looks bigger, better, faster, and more impressive than someone else's. But my child, That is a heavy way to live, always reaching but rarely resting, always becoming but never feeling enough, always proving but still wondering if anyone truly sees you. That is not the life I created you for. I did not place you on this earth only to collect applause. I did not form your heart only to chase validation. I did not give you breath just so you could spend your years trying to convince people you are worthy. You were already worthy before you achieved anything. You were already loved before anyone approved of you. You were already seen before anyone celebrated you. Success asks, how high can I climb? Significance asks, who can I lift while I am here? Success asks, how do I look? Significance asks, what love can move through me? Success asks, what love can move through me? How many people know my name? Significance asks, whose life became lighter because I obeyed God? Do you feel the difference? One is built on pressure. The other is built on purpose. One keeps you performing. The other invites you to serve. One says, prove you matter. The other says, you matter already. Now let your life become a blessing. This is the shift I am calling you into. Not away from excellence, not away from growth, not away from good work or wise stewardship or the dreams I placed in your hands, but away from empty striving, away from living only to be admired, away from measuring your purpose by applause, numbers, titles, or comparison. Because there are people with full schedules and empty spirits, there are people with beautiful homes and broken hearts. There are people with public success and private confusion. There are people who reached the place they thought would heal them, only to discover they were still carrying the same ache inside. I do not want you to spend your whole life climbing a ladder, only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. So I am slowing you down, not to punish you, not to take from you, but to ask you a deeper question. What are you building and why? Who are you becoming while you build it? Is your dream connected to love or only to image? Is your ambition connected to service or only to being seen? Is your goal bringing you closer to me or farther from your own soul? These questions are not meant to shame you. They are meant to free you. Because when you move from success to significance, you stop asking life to prove your worth. You begin living from the worth I already gave you. You stop needing every room to applaud you. You begin asking, Lord, did I obey you in this room? You stop needing everyone to understand your path. You begin trusting that I know where I am leading you. You stop chasing every open door. You begin discerning which door carries peace. My child, not every opportunity is an assignment. Not every platform is purpose. Not every invitation is alignment. Sometimes the thing that looks impressive will pull you away from the thing that is holy. Sometimes the path that feeds your ego will starve your spirit. And sometimes the quieter road, the one few people understand, is the road where your life begins to carry true weight. Significance may not always look loud. Sometimes it looks like raising a child with patience. Sometimes it looks like caring for one hurting person. Sometimes it looks like creating something honest, even if only a few people see it at first. Sometimes it looks like forgiving, setting boundaries, starting over, speaking truth, or choosing integrity when compromise would be easier. Do not despise small obedience. Do not call quiet faithfulness meaningless. In my kingdom, a hidden yes can carry eternal weight. A small act of love can become a seed. I multiply. A simple word spoken at the right time can keep someone from giving up. A life of significance is not always measured in crowds. It is measured in obedience. It is measured in love. It is measured in the courage to become who I called you to be, even when no one is clapping yet. So release the need to look successful in every season. Release the pressure to prove that your life is working. Release the fear that if people do not see your progress, then your progress is not real. I see it. I see the inner work. I see the humility. I see the healing. I see the quiet choices that are reshaping your future. And I am asking you now to let me redefine what a meaningful life looks like. It is not a life where you are admired by everyone. It is a life where you are available to me. It is not a life where you never struggle. It is a life where even the struggle becomes surrendered. It is not a life where everything is impressive. It is a life where everything can become useful in my hands. You do not need to become someone else to matter. You need to become fully available as the person I created. Your gifts, your story, your compassion, your voice, your lessons, your burden, your faith, all of it can become significant when it is surrendered to me. So stop asking only, how do I become successful? Start asking, how do I become useful? How do I love well? How do I serve from the truth of who I am? How do I turn what I have lived through into light for someone else? This is where purpose begins to breathe. Not in performance, not in comparison, not in trying to look chosen, but in surrender, in obedience, in service, in the quiet courage to say, God, use my life for something that matters. And when that becomes your prayer, your true north begins to appear, not all at once, not always loudly, but step by step, choice by choice, yes by yes, until the life you once called ordinary begins to carry the weight of divine meaning. My child, now I want to place something in your hands. Not a heavy burden, not a confusing formula, not another reason to feel behind, but a simple blueprint, a divine template to help you recognize what I have been forming inside you all along. Purpose is not always discovered in one dramatic moment. Sometimes purpose is uncovered slowly, through honesty, through healing, through attention, through obedience. You do not need to force it. You do not need to panic. You do not need to have every answer tonight, but you do need to become still enough to notice what I have already been showing you. So breathe, open your heart, and walk with me through these 4 steps. Step 1, notice your holy burden. Ask yourself, what breaks my heart in a way I cannot ignore? Not every sadness is your assignment. Not every problem is yours to fix. But there are certain things that touch you differently. Certain people you cannot stop thinking about. Certain wounds in the world that make something inside you rise. Maybe you ache for people who feel abandoned. Maybe you notice those who are overlooked. Maybe you feel drawn to the brokenhearted, the confused, the lonely, the ones who feel like they have no voice. Maybe you carry a burden for families, for children, for healing, for truth, for creativity, for justice, for encouragement, for rebuilding what has been torn down. Pay attention to that burden, not as pressure, but as a clue. A holy burden is not just what makes you angry. It is what makes you willing to love. It is the place where your compassion refuses to stay silent. It is the ache that says, someone needs light here. Someone needs help here. Someone needs hope here. And often that burden is connected to something you have lived through. You notice the lonely because you know loneliness. You notice the rejected because you know rejection. You notice the tired because you know what it is to keep going while exhausted. You notice the silent pain because you carried silent pain too. This is not coincidence. This is formation. I have been teaching your heart where to look. Step 2, recognize your grace gifts. Ask yourself, what comes naturally to me that may be useful to someone else? Do not dismiss it because it feels simple. Many people overlook their gifts because their gifts do not always feel impressive to them. You may think, It is just listening. It is just encouraging. It is just organizing. It is just creating. It is just explaining things clearly. It is just making people feel safe. But my child, what feels natural to you may be nourishment to someone else. Your gift does not have to look loud to be powerful. Some gifts stand on stages. Some gifts sit at kitchen tables. Some gifts write words that reach one heart. Some gifts build systems that help many people. Some gifts speak boldly. Some gifts comfort quietly. Some gifts lead. Some gifts serve. Some gifts create beauty. Some gifts bring order to chaos. Some gifts ask the question no one else was brave enough to ask. Do not measure your gift by how dramatic it looks. Measure by the fruit it produces. Does it bring peace? Does it bring clarity? Does it bring healing? Does it strengthen someone? Does it open a door? Does it help people breathe again? Then do not call it small. I do not waste gifts. I place them with intention. The world may celebrate only what is visible, but I also anoint what is hidden. A quiet gift surrendered to me can carry more power than a loud gift surrendered to ego. So ask me, Lord, what have you placed in my hands? What do people come to me for? What do I do with grace, even if I have been afraid to call it a gift? What has always been there, waiting for me to stop minimizing it? Step 3. Trace your redeemed story. Ask yourself, what have I survived? That can become wisdom for someone else? This does not mean you must share everything. This does not mean every wound becomes public. Some healing is sacred. Some details belong only between you and me. But your story carries wisdom. Your story carries evidence. Your story carries language that someone else may need. There are people who cannot receive comfort from someone who has only studied pain. They need someone who has walked through it and still carries hope. They need someone who can say, I know what the valley feels like, but I also know the shepherd is there. They need someone who understands the confusion, the shame, the fear, the slow rebuilding, the courage it takes to start again. That does not mean your pain becomes your whole identity. No, your identity is in me. But the pain I redeemed can become part of how you serve. So trace the story. Where did I strengthen you? Where did I rescue you? Where did I teach you patience? Where did I teach you discernment? Where did I teach you compassion? Where did I close a door? And later you realized it was mercy? Where did you think it was over, but somehow you kept breathing? Look there, not to relive the wound, but to recover the wisdom. Your redeemed story is not the story of how pain won. It is the story of how my grace met you there. And what I brought you through, I can use to help guide someone else through. Step 4. Choose your next obedient step. Ask yourself, what is the small, faithful action I can take now? Do not wait until the whole path is clear. Do not wait until fear disappears. Do not wait until everyone understands. Purpose often unfolds after obedience, not before it. You take one step and then light comes for the next step. You say one yes and then the path becomes clearer. You serve one person. You write one page. You make one call. You have one honest conversation. You start one small project. You pray one sincere prayer. You offer one gift without needing it to be perfect. My child, you do not need to see the whole staircase to obey the next step. Many people stay stuck, not because I have given them nothing, but because they are waiting for certainty before they move. But faith does not always feel certain. Sometimes faith feels like trembling obedience. Sometimes faith feels like taking a step while your voice shakes. Sometimes faith feels like saying, God, I do not know the whole plan, but I trust you with this next yes. That is enough. A small yes can open a sacred door. A quiet beginning can become a holy path. A hidden act of obedience can become the seed of a future you cannot yet imagine. So here's the blueprint again. Notice your holy burden. Recognize your grace gifts. Trace your redeemed story. Choose your next obedient step. Burden, gift, story, step. This is not meant to pressure you. It is meant to guide you, because your purpose is not hiding from you like a cruel mystery. It has been woven through your life. It has been showing up in what you care about, in what comes naturally, in what you survived, and what I keep asking you to do next. You have been asking me for the full map, but often I give direction through alignment. When your burden, your gift, your story, and your next step begin to meet, you will feel something settle in your spirit. Not because everything is easy, not because you have all the answers, but because you will begin to recognize this is connected to who I am. This is connected to what I have lived. This is connected to how I can love. This is connected to what God is asking of me now. And my child, do not despise the size of your beginning. The first step may look small. It may not impress anyone. It may not bring applause. It may not change your whole life overnight. But obedience is never small to me. The world looks for instant results. I look for faithful roots. The world says, show me something big. I say, give me what is in your hand. Moses had a staff. David had a sling. The widow had a little oil. A boy had loaves and fish. And when ordinary things were surrendered, I did extraordinary things through them. So stop saying, I do not have enough. Stop saying, I am not ready. Stop saying, someone else could do it better. Stop saying, it is too late for me. If I placed it in you, I can teach you how to carry it. If I called you, I can grow you. If I open your eyes to the burden, I can show you the next step. Do not turn the blueprint into another reason to judge yourself. Let it become a lamp, a gentle way to see, a way to pray, a way to listen. Tonight, take this into my presence. Write it down if you need to. Sit quietly with me. Ask me, what burden keeps returning? What gift have I minimized? What story have I been ashamed of that you want to redeem? What step have I delayed because fear convinced me I needed to be perfect first? And when I answer, do not argue with your smallness. Do not remind me of your weakness as if I did not already know. Do not bring me every reason you cannot be used when I am showing you why you can. I have always known your limits. I have always known your fears. I have always known your wounds, and still I called you. So receive the blueprint, not as pressure, but as permission. Permission to stop wandering. Permission to stop comparing. Permission to stop waiting for a louder sign when I have already been speaking through your life. Your purpose will not always arrive as a thunderclap. Sometimes it arrives as a burden, a gift, a redeemed story, and one obedient step. Follow that. Walk with me there. And as you do, your true north will become clearer, not because you forced it, but because you finally listened to what I had been whispering all along.